Oh, do I have a story for you? Hey, it's Dianel. And first and foremost is that I want to preface that the sole reason that I am making this video is to vent. Because holy shit, did I just go through, oh my god, the worst shipping experience ever. It was just so frustrating. If you want to hear what happened, just keep watching. Let's start this off. What am I going to talk about? What are you talking about right now? Good question. Currently, I am in the Dominican Republic. I literally did not come here to go out and do non-COVID friendly things. I've literally been in a house the whole time, basically. I came on my birthday, December 14th, and the Sunday of that week, December 19th, or that was December 20th, but it was my brother's birthday, and we went to this pool, little private pool. We were there, fun time. And at one point in that pool area, I had my phone in my swim shorts. I was walking around the place. I wasn't in the pool. So my phone was just in my pocket. And then I kept leaving my phone everywhere. And my aunt kept picking it up. And she was like, do you want me to hold this for you? And I was like, no, it's fine. I'll just put it in my swim short pocket and it'll all be fine. She told me, you shouldn't do that. What if you jump into the pool without knowing your phone isn't there? And then I was just like, how would that ever happen? Of course I know my phone's in my pocket. 20 minutes pass and I jump into this pool and I'm just vibing there. I vibe there for a good 5 minutes. And then I'm like, I don't think I took my phone out of my pocket. And then I reach to my pocket and I feel this rectangular metal contraption that is my phone in my pocket, and I'm like, holy shit, my phone's in my pocket. I've been there for I think it was between 5 and 10 minutes, nearing 10. So I literally ran out of this pool, and when you're running in a pool, it's not the fastest you can run ever. I get out of the pool, sit down, and I'm like, holy shit, my phone, it's off. The flash is on though. My cousin keeps telling me to turn it off, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm turning it off. It does not turn off, and the phone is hot as. So I'm like, well, this is not turning on, that's fun. So because it was just okay, just take the SIM card slot out and put your phone in a bag of rice, whatever. And then later I looked up that putting your phone in a bag of rice actually does more damage than just leaving it out to dry. Should have researched that before, but whatever. So I put my phone in a bag of rice for the rest of the day, and then I tried to turn it on the next day. Did not turn on. Okay, I gave it a day. Did not turn on. This went on for a week. So I was like, okay, I don't have a phone anymore, which sucked. Obviously, I need a new phone because it's 2021. No one's just going around without a phone. But the problem is that I'm not in the US, and phones here cost so much more. I think it was 98,000 pesos. I'm going to convert that into dollars for you. Almost $1,700. An iPhone does not cost that much money. So yeah, I couldn't do that, and I wasn't going home anytime soon. I was literally going home January 17th. It was December 20 something when I decided to search for a new phone. So I was like, I'm not gonna have a phone for a whole month. I started thinking, I put my thinking cap on. I was like, okay, what if I ship it internationally? So I ship it from Apple to the Dominican Republic, to my cousin's house. And then I tried that, and you couldn't do that. And then I found this place where they ship your shit for so much cheaper. I was like, oh my god, I'm doing this. So basically, their whole process is that you ship something from a US store to a suite. It's still in the US, but from that locker, they ship it internationally to wherever you want it to go. I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. So then I ordered my phone to the suite into where I am now. December 29th is when I did make the purchase. DHL said I was gonna have my phone on January 4th. It was December 29th. Okay, so on January 4th, my phone was still in Miami. So I was like, okay, probably not coming today. But since it's in Miami, it'll be here tomorrow. And then it's January 5th, and I'm like, okay, dope. It says arrived at Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, it's all good. And then I start getting so many different things about clearance processing and process or whatever. And it says it arrived at a delivery facility at 6:42 p.m. Also the 5th, I got this email from this lady from DHL, and she was telling me that my phone wasn't in the customs process. I had to sign it up. I forgot that if you're shipping something internationally, it's going to go through customs, because duh. And especially since it's something of a higher price, it's gonna be a tedious customs process. I did not know that. So she was telling me I had to pay a down payment, but then they were gonna tell me the duties and taxes I had to pay, which I thought was gonna end up being a lot of money, but we'll get into that later. So then I did all that good stuff. I sent like the initial payment for like the taxes, and I give her my information. This was January 5th, and then I saw at night, like I told you, that it arrived at a delivery facility at 18:42. That's what it said. So that was like 6:42 p.m. And I was like, okay. It arrived at a delivery facility at night, so it's probably gonna get here tomorrow. Here comes January 6th, and I still do not get my phone. Something I did notice, the tracking thing changed, and it said my phone was forwarded for delivery. And I didn't really know what that meant, so I looked it up, and it said basically it was sent somewhere, and then they were going to deliver it to you. Just like, okay, dope, so it's getting here soon. And then everyone that said that the forwarded for delivery thing popped up on their thing, it just meant it's basically getting here soon. January 6th, I also email the lady that's been emailing me. I don't like talking bad about people that are just doing their job, and I won't talk bad about her. But I will say, though, she would send me an email at 9 a.m. and I would answer at 9:01 a.m. And she would deadass not answer me until a full business day later. And I get that there's other people and the world does not revolve around me, but a full working day later, like literally I would answer at 9:01, a minute after she sent the email, and she would answer at 9:01 the next day. It was like on the dot too. It was, oh my god, it got me so frustrated. At first, it was like a 5 email exchange that lasted like 4 to 5 days, like dead ass. It was so frustrating. So on Thursday, I got the same text, forwarded for delivery, and then Friday, I got the same text. So then on Friday, I called like the DHL place here, and then I'm like, yo, my phone was supposed to arrive on the 4th, and I didn't get it. And she was like, well, did you pay the duties and taxes? And I was like, I paid an initial payment that I was told to, and then I was told they'll get back at me to see how much I have to pay so they can bring me my phone. She was like, well, yeah, if you haven't paid and it hasn't gone through the customs process yet, you're not gonna get your phone. And I was like, how much does this customs process take? And she was like, about 10 days. And I knew that meant business days. So I was like, It was January 7th, which was a Friday. They work on Saturday, so that was a business day, which was good. But I was leaving Sunday 17th, so like 9 days later. Not 9 business days, I was leaving like 7 business days later. But she said up to 10 business days. So I was hopeful, and some days had already passed. So, because like the phone got there the 5th, so 10 business days from there. So I was like, okay. And then I realized the last Saturday would be the 9th business day. So I was like, okay, what kind of luck do I have to have for my phone to be processed at the literal last day of the 10 business days? Okay, I'll calm down. My phone's gonna get here by next week. So January 11th, I was like, good morning. I'm following up on my order. How's everything going? This was January 11th at 10:07 a.m. And then she answered January 12th at 9:24 a.m. Again, a full business day later. And she's like, good morning. Please remember the time it takes, so like the 10 business days it takes. Now it's Wednesday, January 13th. Remember, I'm leaving Sunday, January 17th. So it's pretty close to the deadline. And I'm obviously freaking out because I can't leave without my phone. And so I could have been, okay, I'll just buy one at home. No, the money was already spent on this phone. I can't just leave it. So then I asked her, I was like, I also wanted to know if the process is ending anytime soon because I'm leaving Sunday the 17th and I need my phone. This was January 13th at 12:08 p.m. So noon. And she answered again January 14th at 9:24 a.m. Good morning. It takes 5 to 7 days. So now she's telling me a completely different thing than the 10 business days lady told me. So I was like, okay, I'm more hopeful because now it takes a shorter amount of time. So then I was like, good morning. Is it possible to just pick up the phone from wherever it is when it's ready instead of having it delivered to me? And she was like, correct. And that was my last email exchange with her. My thought process, I was like, okay, I can't risk like having a delivery date like take up an entire new day and like me leaving without my phone. So like as soon as it's ready, I'm just gonna go to the freaking place and pick it up. I also want to preface this by saying that all these days I am checking the tracking thing, and every single day, no doubt, every single like business day, it has said forwarded for delivery. I've started becoming numb to that text because I'm like, okay, it doesn't really mean anything because I thought it meant I was getting here soon, but it's been a week, so maybe that's not it. I started taking it up with customs because customs was the issue for me. Like, she was telling me it was customs process, blah, blah, blah. So on Friday, I decided to go to customs with my grandmother. I'm pretty non-confrontational, and my grandmother's the exact opposite, so I feel like she was the best person for me to go with because we balance each other out. So we went to customs, and then I told this lady, I just poured my entire soul out to her. I was like, hey, phone was supposed to arrive the 4th, didn't get it. They said it was in a customs process that was going to take 5 to 7 business days, but it's been more than 5 to 7 business days, and I kind of really need my phone. And then she was like, typing on her computer, and then she's like, first of all, I'm telling you, the phone did not arrive here on the 4th, it arrived here on the 7th. And I was like, oh, that's funny, because DHL literally says it arrived on the 5th. It was supposed to arrive on the 4th, but it said it arrived on the 5th. She was like, yeah, it arrived on the 7th, and it's not here. It's at the airport. And I was like, okay, well, it's at the airport. It's still like at the place where it got there. It has not moved from there. That's what she's saying. And then my grandma was like, okay. She basically looked at me, she's like, you're not getting your phone. Basically, she wanted to like pass up like ownership to her so like she can receive the phone at her house and then she would just ship it to the US for me. And then she was like, okay, I mean, you could probably do that, but you can't do that here. You have to go to DHL. You're like, okay, cool. Where's DHL? And she was like, well, there's an express one down the street at the mall. You could go there and then just tell her your situation and they'll figure it out for you. So then we walk down to the mall that was literally down the street. And then we're in this line. We were like in this line for 45 minutes. I was tired. I was like, Grandma, we can call. She's like, nope, we're already here. Wait in line. We get to the front of the line and then I again tell yet another person about this horror story that I'm going through. Also, I told her everything that the customs lady told me about how it's in the airport and it actually arrived on the 7th. DHL hasn't signed the customs declaration, so I can't receive my phone yet. She put the tracking number into her computer and then she was like, it says here that it's been at our main office since the 5th. It's ready to pick up. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, let me call them. And then they didn't answer. So she was like, okay, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna call them and check to make sure. But it says in the system that your phone is there ready to pick up and it's been there since January 5th. At this point, I had lost all my hope. I had not an ounce of hope left in my soul. So this interaction with this woman made me so happy and so relieved. And I was like, okay, let's just go. And my grandma was like, no, you gotta call. And I didn't want to call because I don't like doing phone calls that much. Like, they take so much out of me. So I was like, can we just go? And then we went. All this time, even though she made me hopeful, I was like, okay, but like the customs lady said they haven't signed the customs declaration, so I don't think they're legally allowed to give it to me until that's all dealt with. I also haven't paid the duties and taxes, so I'm not really sure they're gonna give me my phone. We go to the place. Again, I'm waiting there, and I tell the lady, hey, I have a order that got here, and it's apparently been here from the 5th. Can I receive it? And then she puts everything on the computer, and she's taking so long. So I'm like, ooh, this is probably bad news. And then she goes into the back, and then she brings out this box, and I'm like, I think that's my phone. And she makes me sign this electronic signature thing, and then she just gives it to me. And I'm like, what? It was that easy. It was that easy. And then she was like, have a good day. And I was like, you too. You have a good day too. So then I had my phone. It was January 15th. I had my phone. I could have had my phone since the 5th. Apparently, I don't think they were ever gonna deliver it to me. I think I had to go there. I'm also just so confused as to why everyone was telling me a different thing. Why was the lady that was emailing me telling me that it was a customs issue? But then when I went to the customs lady, she was like, well, DHL hasn't signed our like declaration form, so you can't receive it yet. We don't have it. And then I went to that DHL girl, she told me it was at the main office. Oh my god. And then I have my phone. I got a new phone now. But it just boggles my mind that I could have had my phone 10 days prior. Literally that's almost 2 weeks. I was 2 weeks without a phone when I didn't even need to. Like, I could have had my phone. But people were sending me mixed signals and telling me I had to pay for something, but not telling me how much I had to pay. And apparently, I think I already paid it. I think the initial payment I paid was all I had to pay. Because I don't think they would give me my phone that easily if I owed money. Like, it was customs money. So I knew I had to pay it. So I think that's what it was. sense. Why was customs telling me a different story? I don't know. It was just so frustrating. But I'm glad it's done. And I'm leaving tomorrow. But I have my phone, which was my biggest nightmare, that I was just gonna leave without my phone, and I wasn't gonna have a phone. But yeah, that was the entire story. I hope you were entertained by my pain. I really do. That's why I do this. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. Subscribe for more content. You can also check out my other videos if you'd like. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.